Ladies and gentlemen, you spend your day moving, working, worrying, thinking, reacting. You carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, and by the time night falls, your mind is still running. You scroll through your phone, you think about everything you didn't do, everything you should have done, and everything you fear might come tomorrow. But what if I told you that the moment before you sleep could be the most important moment of your entire day? That what you do in the final hour before your head hits the pillow doesn't just affect your sleep. It affects your nerves, your energy, your clarity, your ability to function at your best. You see, your body has an incredible ability to repair itself while you sleep, but it can't do it if you keep feeding it noise, stress, and tension. Think about the nervous system like a network of wires running through every part of your body. Every decision you make, every emotion you feel, every thought you think, it all passes through this system. And every day, that network accumulates stress, tension, and fatigue. It gets frayed, weak, and overloaded. You might not feel it at first. Maybe you shrug it off as fatigue or irritability or forgetfulness, but it builds up quietly, silently, invisibly. And if you don't give it the chance to reset, to repair, to rejuvenate, then eventually it starts to break down. Energy drops, focus drops, mood drops. Life feels heavier, harder, less controllable. The good news is that your nervous system doesn't wait for a special event to heal. It doesn't care about your deadlines or your fears. It heals while you sleep, but only if you give it the conditions to do so. And that's where the final hour before bed becomes your most powerful tool. You can either sabotage your own recovery with chaos and distraction, or you can actively create the environment that allows your body and mind to repair themselves. It starts with slowing down. Stop the endless scrolling. Stop the late night news. Stop the worries about tomorrow. Give yourself permission to step out of the chaos. For just 1 hour, create a space where your nervous system can relax. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need expensive rituals. You just need intention. Light a lamp instead of overhead lights. Put on music that doesn't demand attention. Music that lets your mind float. Maybe stretch. Maybe breathe. Maybe write down the thoughts that keep spinning in your head so they're no longer trapped inside you. You'd be surprised how much lighter you feel when the chaos finally leaves your system. Breathing is more powerful than most people realize. Your breath is the bridge between your mind and your nervous system. Fast, shallow breathing tells your body that danger is near, that you need to stay alert. Slow, deep breathing tells your body that it's safe, that it can rest. Just a few minutes of intentional breathing before sleep lowers heart rate, calms stress hormones, and floods your body with oxygen. Your nerves start to relax, your muscles stop tensing, your mind begins to quiet, and this is just the beginning. The second part is preparation of your mind. Your nervous system doesn't separate body and mind. They are one network and one affects the other. If you go to bed thinking about everything you failed at today or everything that might go wrong tomorrow, your body won't repair itself properly. Your nerves will remain on high alert. Instead, give your mind something positive, something restorative. Gratitude is powerful. Recall 3 things that went right today, no matter how small. Think of moments that made you smile, times you felt alive, things you are learning or growing through. When your mind releases tension, your nervous system follows. Your body understands safety and repair can now happen. Movement during the day matters too, but gentle movement at night helps signal your nervous system that the day is ending, that it's safe to relax. Light stretching, gentle yoga, a short walk in the quiet night, or even just consciously loosening your shoulders and neck can be enough. You'll be surprised how often your stress is trapped in places you don't even notice. Your jaw, your shoulders, your hands. Release it. Let it go. Your body will thank you while you sleep. Sleep itself is a miracle. Deep sleep is when your nervous system does its heaviest repair work. Your neurons repair, your brain flushes toxins, your hormones regulate, your immune system strengthens. But all of this requires one thing: permission. Permission for your body to let go of stress, permission for your mind to quiet down, and that permission is given in the moments before sleep. That's why this nightly routine isn't just about comfort, it's about survival, about thriving, about ensuring you wake up not just rested, but renewed, sharper, calmer, more capable. There's also the element of consistency. A single night of bad habits can be recovered from, but repeated nights of chaos, worry, and tension slowly chip away at your nervous system. Consistency builds resilience. A ritual before bed, even a small one, signals to your body it's safe, I'm in control. Repair now. Your nervous system begins to anticipate this safety. Over time, you don't just repair, you fortify yourself. You become someone who can face stress without crumbling, someone whose energy lasts longer, whose focus is sharper, whose mind is calmer. And the beauty is that this is completely within your control. You don't need anyone else. You don't need complicated equipment or external validation. Every evening you get to choose. You can give your nervous system the chaos it's been absorbing all day, or you can give it rest, repair, and recovery. Every night is a chance to reset. Every night is a chance to repair what the day has frayed. And this repair doesn't just affect you. It affects your relationships, your work, your creativity, your ability to think clearly and act decisively. Think of it this way. Life is a long journey, and your nervous system is your engine. You can push it to the limit every day, but if you never give it time to cool, it will eventually break down. But if you intentionally care for it, even for just 1 hour before bed, you are giving yourself the fuel to keep going stronger, longer, better. You are giving yourself the edge that others overlook. You are giving yourself a chance to be more present, more alive, more capable of handling whatever tomorrow brings. It all starts with awareness, realizing that the last moment, NTS before sleep matter, that they are not wasted, that they are not trivial, that they are in fact sacred. You have the power to decide how you end your day. You have the power to decide the condition of your nervous system. You have the power to decide whether you wake up feeling drained, anxious, and frayed, or calm, restored, and ready to take on the world. And here's the most important part. It's simple. Not easy, but simple. Slow your breath, release tension, calm your mind, focus on gratitude, let go of stress. Let your nervous system repair itself. It won't happen automatically if you ignore it, but it will happen beautifully if you give it space. Your body knows how to heal. Your mind knows how to calm. You just need to give it the moment to do what it was designed to do. Night after night, you'll build strength that can't be taken away by chaos, challenges, or stress. Night after night, you'll become someone who is not only surviving, but thriving. The choice is yours. Every evening, every single night, you have the opportunity to become stronger by simply choosing what you do before you sleep. Every day, you move through life carrying more than just physical weight. You carry stress, tension, worry, thoughts of the past, and anxieties about the future. These invisible burdens are not harmless. They pass through your nervous system, the intricate network that governs every function of your body. Your nerves are responsible for sending signals to every muscle, every organ, and every part of your brain. They handle how you feel, how you react, and even how well your body heals. But the problem is that this system is fragile in the sense that it cannot constantly operate under pressure without repair. Every small spike of stress, every sudden surge of fear or frustration leaves tiny imprints, microscopic frays that slowly accumulate over time. If you never give your nervous system the opportunity to reset, to recover, it starts to lose its resilience. You begin to feel fatigue that isn't just physical. Your mind feels foggy. Your energy doesn't last. Your emotions swing unpredictably. And even though the day is over, the tension continues to live in your body, creeping into your sleep, keeping you from truly resting. The truth is, your nervous system is designed to repair itself while you sleep, but it cannot do this if you are still feeding it stimulation, stress, or chaos in the moments before you rest. Every beep of a phone, every last scroll through social media, every lingering worry about unfinished tasks sends a signal to your nervous system that it must remain alert. It can't relax, it can't repair, and the damage of the day lingers. This is why the final hour before sleep is not trivial, it is sacred. This hour is the bridge between the stress of the day and the restoration that your body so desperately needs. It is the moment when you decide whether your body goes into repair mode or continues to operate in a state of tension. What you do in this hour doesn't just affect the quality of your sleep. It affects the quality of your next day, the tone of your emotions, and even the resilience of your body over time. Slowing down is the first and most powerful step. It doesn't require complex rituals or expensive tools, just awareness and intentionality. Start by creating a calm environment, one that signals to your nervous system that it is safe to relax. Dim the lights, avoid harsh overhead bulbs, and remove sources of mental chaos. Soft lighting, quiet sounds, and a gentle environment tell your body that the day is ending and that it can begin its natural repair process. When you slow your movements and actions, your nervous system slows too. Your heartbeat, your breath, and even your thought patterns begin to align with the message that rest is now safe and necessary. This simple act of slowing down is more than comfort. It is physiological. It allows your nerves to stop firing unnecessarily, to stop carrying tension from one task to the next, and to start releasing the accumulated stress of the day. Breathing plays a central role in this repair. Your breath is a direct connection between your conscious mind and your unconscious nervous system. When you breathe rapidly or shallowly, your body interprets it as a signal that danger is present. Stress hormones rise, muscles tighten, nerves remain on high alert. But when you practice deep, slow, intentional breathing, the opposite occurs. Your heart rate drops, your muscles loosen, and your nerves receive the signal that it is safe to relax. A few minutes of mindful breathing before sleep can reduce cortisol levels, calm the sympathetic nervous system, and prepare the parasympathetic system, which is responsible for repair and restoration, to take over. This is not an abstract idea. This is biology in action. You are literally giving your body the permission to heal itself with every slow, deliberate breath. Another critical component of preparing your nervous system for repair is the release of tension from your body. Most people carry stress in places they aren't even aware of. Your jaw, your shoulders, your hands, your lower back. When you physically relax these areas, you send a message to your nervous system that there is no immediate threat. Gentle stretching, rolling your shoulders, or even consciously unclenching your jaw are ways of showing your body that it can stop protecting itself. By combining physical relaxation with a calm environment and intentional breathing, you create a perfect storm for nervous system repair. Your body can begin the processes it was designed to do: neurons repairing, tissues regenerating, toxins flushing, and hormones balancing. This is how resilience is built, not in moments of stress, but in moments of intentional restoration. Finally, what you allow into your mind in this pre-sleep hour matters just as much as what you do with your body. Thoughts, images, and mental chatter are not harmless. They affect your nervous system as much as physical tension. If you go to bed ruminating, worrying, or consuming stressful content, your nerves remain on high alert and repair is interrupted. Instead, focus on creating calm mental states. Reflect on positive events, on things you accomplished, on moments that brought even a small sense of joy. Gratitude is not just an emotional exercise. It has a profound effect on the nervous system, signaling safety and satisfaction, which allows repair to proceed unhindered. This alignment of body and mind before sleep is the foundation of true nervous system recovery. Night after night, this practice compounds. A single evening of intentional calm allows some repair, but consistent daily pre-sleep routines create resilience over time. The nervous system learns that these moments are safe, and it begins to anticipate restoration. Over time, you notice your energy lasting longer, your focus sharpening, and your emotions stabilizing. You begin to recover from stress faster, and the phrase that once accumulated in your nerves are now repaired before they can cause lasting fatigue or breakdown. This is the power, the final hour before bed. It is the moment when your body does the work that determines how alive, capable, and balanced you feel tomorrow. Your body and mind are not separate entities. They are an interconnected system, constantly communicating, constantly influencing one another. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, and every movement you make sends a signal through your nervous system. And the truth is that your nervous system cannot differentiate between physical stress and mental stress. They are treated the same way. A racing heart from fear, anger, or anxiety activates the same pathways that a strenuous workout would. That is why what you allow into your mind in the moments before sleep is just as critical as what you do physically. If your mind is racing, replaying worries, doubts, and mistakes, your body remains in a state of alert. Your nervous system cannot switch into repair mode, and all the restorative processes that sleep is meant to provide are diminished or delayed. But when you intentionally focus on your breath and cultivate mental states of calm, safety, and gratitude, you are directly influencing your nervous system, telling it that it is safe to relax, repair, and restore itself. Breathing is the most direct bridge between your conscious mind and your unconscious nervous system. Most people underestimate its power because it happens automatically without thought. But when you take control of your breath, you take control of the most fundamental signals that govern your body state. Slow, deep breaths engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest, repair, and recovery. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure stabilizes, and stress hormones begin to recede. A few minutes of intentional, measured breathing before sleep floods your body with oxygen, reduces tension, and creates the physiological conditions necessary for deep nervous system repair. This is not just relaxation, it is actively telling your body that it can heal, that it can regenerate, that it can release the stress it has carried throughout the day. The act of conscious breathing is a profound statement of control over your own biology, and it is one of the most powerful tools you have to ensure your nervous system is ready to recover during sleep. Movement also plays a subtle but vital role. Gentle stretches or slow movements at night are not about burning calories or preparing for exercise. They're about sending the signal to your nervous system that the day is winding down, that it is safe to release tension. Stress often accumulates in the body in ways you may not notice. Tight shoulders, clenched jaws, stiff necks, or tense hands. When you intentionally loosen these areas, you are giving your nervous system permission to let go of the constant low-level alertness it has been carrying. Even small movements, like rolling your shoulders, stretching your arms, or simply taking a few minutes to consciously release tension from your jaw and hands, can dramatically improve how your body responds to sleep. This is not about rigidity or discipline in the physical sense. It is about creating harmony between body and mind so that your nervous system can do its natural repair work. Equally important is the mental environment you cultivate. Your thoughts are not passive, they actively affect your nervous system. Worry, fear, and overthinking are processed by your brain in the same way as physical threats, and they keep your nervous system engaged in a state of tension. The key is to consciously shift your focus away from these stressors and toward mental states that signal safety, relaxation, and restoration. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful methods for achieving this. Reflecting on 3 positive moments from your day, acknowledging small wins, or simply appreciating things that brought you joy sends chemical signals through your nervous system that reduce stress, lower cortisol, and increase dopamine. These mental shifts are not fleeting. They create lasting effects on your nervous system over time, teaching it that the mind and body can experience safety even after a day filled with challenges and stress. Visualization and positive reflection further strengthen this process. When you mentally picture calm, serene environments, or when you imagine your body releasing tension with each exhale, you are activating the same neural pathways that respond to real physical relaxation. Your brain cannot always distinguish between vivid mental experiences and actual physical experiences, which means that your conscious focus can enhance the nervous system's ability to relax. Combining this with controlled breathing and gentle movement creates a triad of restorative practices that prepare your entire system for the deep repair that happens during sleep. Your body, mind, and nervous system align in harmony, and this alignment accelerates recovery, reduces fatigue, and improves overall mental clarity the following day. Consistency in this practice is what magnifies its benefits. A single night of intentional breathing and gratitude is helpful, but repeated nightly practice strengthens the nervous system's resilience. Over time, your body begins to anticipate these restorative states, and relaxation becomes easier, faster, and more profound. You begin to notice subtle shifts in your daily energy, emotional stability, and mental clarity. Stress that once lingered or carried over from day to day now dissipates more quickly. By cultivating these nightly habits, you are not only improving the immediate repair of your nervous system, but also building long-term resilience and mental strength that protects you from the constant pressures of life. The moments before sleep are a sacred window of opportunity that many people overlook. They are not just a time to rest. They are a time to actively influence your nervous system, to guide it toward healing and repair, to set the stage for energy, focus, and emotional balance the next day. Your breath, your movement, and the thoughts you choose to engage with are the tools you have to shape this process. When practiced consistently, these simple acts become powerful habits that transform your nights into a regenerative ritual and your days into periods of greater clarity, calm, and effectiveness. Consistency is the hidden force behind transformation. It is easy to underestimate the power of small, repeated actions, especially when it comes to something as seemingly simple as a nightly pre-sleep routine. Many people go through life believing that a single night of rest or a single moment of calm can fix what stress, worry, and tension have broken over weeks or months. The truth is that real strength, real resilience, and real restoration are built over time, night after night, In the moments that most people overlook, your nervous system, like every part of your body, responds not just to one-off events, but to repeated signals. Every night you choose to slow down, focus your breath, release tension, and calm your mind, you are sending a message to your body that restoration is the norm, not the exception. This repetition builds resilience that no one can take away from you, a quiet power that grows stronger with each evening of intentional care. Imagine your nervous system as a network of wires carrying signals throughout your body. When you go to bed stressed, anxious, or distracted, those wires carry tension and chaos into your sleep. And your body has to work overtime to repair itself. Over time, this repeated strain leaves the system frayed and vulnerable. But when you consistently provide calm, safe, and restorative signals, the nervous system begins to anticipate and expect them. It learns that nights are for repair, not for stress, and it starts to align its processes accordingly. Heart rate lowers, stress hormones decrease, muscle tension diminishes, and sleep becomes deeper and more effective. You begin to wake up with energy that feels natural, focus that feels effortless, and emotional stability that feels unwavering. This is not magic, it is the result of consistent, intentional action over time, a compound effect that grows stronger every night. Consistency also shapes habit and identity. When you make the decision to prioritize your nervous system every night, you are not just building physical resilience, you are shaping who you are becoming. The mind and body are deeply intertwined, and repeated actions reinforce neural pathways in your brain. The more you practice calming your mind, focusing on gratitude, and controlling your breath, the easier it becomes. Soon, this is no longer an effortful task. It becomes a natural part of who you are. Your nervous system begins to operate from a place of stability and strength, and your daily life reflects this. You become the person who can handle stress without crumbling, who can think clearly when the world feels chaotic, who can maintain energy and focus no matter how demanding the day becomes. Consistency turns temporary actions into permanent transformation. The cumulative effect of nightly consistency goes beyond the nervous system itself. It influences your entire life. When your nerves are calm and repaired, your decision-making improves. You think more clearly, act more deliberately, and respond to challenges with composure rather than reaction. Emotional regulation becomes easier because your body is no longer carrying hidden stress from the day before. Relationships improve because you are present, patient, and attentive rather than irritable, fatigued, or distracted. Productivity increases not because you are pushing harder, but because your body and mind are functioning optimally, fully restored, and aligned with the demands of the day. This is the power of consistency. It creates a ripple effect that transforms every area of your life without requiring monumental effort in any single moment. Another element of consistency is trust. By committing to a nightly routine, you teach your nervous system to trust that restoration will come regularly. Trust is essential because the nervous system operates in anticipation. When your body knows that repair is guaranteed every night, it can fully engage in the restorative processes during sleep. Stress accumulations from the day are no longer carried over into tomorrow. You no longer wake up feeling drained from unresolved tension because your body has been consistently cared for. Consistency builds this trust, and trust builds resilience, creating a feedback loop that strengthens you at the deepest level. The nervous system begins to expect calm and repair, and this expectation itself facilitates recovery. Consistency also combats the wear and tear of modern life. Stress in today's world is relentless, endless notifications, constant pressure to perform, unceasing mental stimulation. Without consistent repair, your nervous system becomes overworked, fatigued, and prone to breakdown. Small habits repeated daily act as protective measures, shielding you from the cumulative impact of this stress. They provide a foundation of strength that allows you to face life's challenges without succumbing to exhaustion or emotional instability. Every night you follow your routine, you are investing in long-term resilience, fortifying your body and mind against both the visible and invisible pressures that life imposes. The beauty of consistency is that it compounds silently. Each night, your nervous system becomes a little stronger, a little more resilient, a little more capable of handling life's challenges. You may not notice the change immediately, but over weeks and months, the difference is undeniable. Tasks that once drained you now feel manageable. Stress that once triggered anxiety now passes with ease. Energy that once faded by mid-afternoon now carries you through the day. This compounding effect is the true power of small, consistent actions, transformative, unstoppable, and lasting. Night after night, with deliberate care, you are building a foundation that allows you to operate at your highest potential, protected, restored, and resilient, no matter what the world throws at you. When you take the time each night to slow down, to breathe, to release tension, and to cultivate calm and gratitude, you are not just preparing for sleep. You are preparing your entire body and mind for life. You are giving your nervous system the chance to repair itself, to restore its strength, and to build resilience that will carry you through every challenge, every stress, every uncertainty. Consistency turns these simple actions into a fortress for your energy, focus, and emotional balance, creating a foundation that no chaos, no pressure, and no stress can easily shake. Your nights become a sanctuary, your sleep becomes a tool for growth, and your days become an expression of the restored, focused, and powerful self you are nurturing every evening. Remember, the power to repair, restore, and rise again is in your hands. Every night you have the opportunity to choose restoration over chaos, calm over tension, and strength over exhaustion. The way you end your day will determine the way you face tomorrow. Start tonight and let your nervous system repair itself. Because the life you desire, the clarity you seek, and the energy you need are all waiting on the other side of these intentional moments. Your nights are not just for sleep, they are the foundation of your strength, your focus, and your unstoppable potential. Health is money. Take care